Hill Avenue, Virtual Pupil Leadership Team, Spring 1, Week 1. Happy New Year! Welcome back to Hill Avenue. I hope that you had an absolutely lovely Christmas with your families and that you enjoyed playing out in the snow. So in this video, I will be reminding you about the recycling bin challenge that was set before Christmas and also asking you for some feedback. So let's begin. Just a quick reminder about how our pupil leadership team is currently set up. We have 4 representatives from each of the upper Key Stage 2 classes, who then go on to represent other classes who are communicated with via QR code challenges, Teams videos, and all those lovely creative ways that you have thought of that help us not to break our bubbles. So well done for that. And I'll be asking you something about that in the feedback section later on in the video. You'll remember before the Christmas holidays, Miss Carlan asked you to help us to choose new recycling bins for our school. I love this dancing bin, it just makes me so happy. So let's just enjoy that for a second. Right. Your task was to collaborate amongst your class representatives to research where you can buy recycling bins that are suitable for schools, which companies sell recycle bins for schools. Is there a local service that will collect that recycling? It's probably the council, but you may well have found private companies that do so. And how much would these bins and the collection cost? And is there maybe a company that does both? I don't know. The research has been entirely done by the pupil leadership team. So as you've had the holidays now, and I just need to remind you about the safety rules for that project. Please use the internet to complete your research, and please do not speak to anybody over the phone or online. Do not communicate with anybody physically. Just use the internet like you would a catalogue or older, more old-fashioned information, and we will do the speaking to any adults should we need to once we've received your information. So then by next week, these things come around so quickly, don't they? Please return your findings to me in the format of your choice, and hopefully soon we will have some very snazzy new recycling bins courtesy of our school council, and we'll maybe put a sign on them to make it very obvious that they were chosen by you, and we have you to thank for all of your lovely research. So thank you in advance, and the environment says thank you as well, because this can only benefit our school and the wider environment, so thank you. The feedback section is that I know that you have been so creative over the last term with your videos and your PowerPoints and other creative means that you have used to either communicate with your class or to communicate with the classes that you represent. Can you please ensure also by the end of next week, please, that I have received copies of those PowerPoints and videos and anything that you have done to communicate with your peers, so that I can then share that with Miss Carlan and the staff so that they can understand and see how creative you have been over this very, very challenging period. I would really like to celebrate how hard our pupil leadership team have been working to represent the ideas of our school. So that's another thing I'd like by the end of next week, please. So to summarise, the recycling bin project deadline is next week. And I would just like you to forward any of the projects that you have already done, and I know that you have done them because you've either told me about them or your teacher has told me about them, so please get those to me soon. Keep safe, keep creative, and keep doing what you're doing because you're all amazing. Well done.